Right guys, welcome to Thruxton. It's the 4th round of British Touring Cars, fastest circuit in the UK this week. I've just finished the 3rd race where I'm absolutely kicking myself because I'm an absolute but yeah, tune in and let me know what you think. Right, so we're here at Thruxton for round 4 of the championship. We're just getting ready to go out for the first practice session. Weather is a little bit sketchy this weekend. It looks like it's going to be wet later on today. It should have been wet now, but it's actually dried. Obviously we had a really good round last time out at Snetterton, getting 2 independent wins and a 4th and a 5th overall. So obviously we want another solid weekend this weekend, getting some good points. There's no reason why we shouldn't be up at the sharp end. Really tough thing about this weekend is the fact that it's going to be wet and dry. So into a race weekend we've got 20 new slick tyres, 4 carryover slick tyres from the last round, but then we've got at the moment 8 new wet tyres, 4 carryover wet tyres. So the boys are mega busy. Obviously sets of rims, obviously that's just for 1 car, so over 2 cars we've got, hang on, I'll work it out. So overall we've got 38 tyres for 1 car. So it's just mental. The money involved is massive. A set of tyres, a set of 4 tyres is £1,500. So if we had 40 tyres, it's about 15 grand's worth of tyres for 1 car for the weekend. So it's mental. So we've got to make the right call. It's going to be dry for the first one, so we're just going to scrub in. We've only got the hard compound tyre this weekend. There's no option tyre. It's quite interesting. A lot of people said from last round there's a big differential between the hard and the softs. It's catch-22 in a way. Yeah, it was a massive difference. I mean, in race 3 I got knocked off because the difference was so massive. The guy didn't do it on purpose, but the cornering difference is so big, but it makes the race exciting. So it's catch-22. It's good to watch. So yeah, see how we get on in this first practice session. Right, so that was a good start to the day. We were P4, did a really good job. It was raining, windscreen wipers were going, but we were on slick tyres. Started to dry out quite a bit at the end there. So I managed to do a decent time. Can't really give a lot of feedback with the setup because it was still greasy conditions, so pretty much tyres on, send it again. It stopped raining now. It's going to be one of them days. It's still spitting a little bit, but Thruxton's so abrasive, the surface is so abrasive, even when it's raining there's still a lot of grip out on track. So yeah, pretty much good start today, and then wait for the next one, see what the weather does and go again. Right, so finished FP2, went really well, another solid session. I was P7, Chris was P1, he did a mega lap. My lap was pretty scruffy, quite a few little bits wrong with it, so to be P7 was really good. Now it looks like it's going to rain for quali. Every single radar we're looking at, it looks like literally a lot of heavy rain is going to be coming in, which is obviously it's the same for everyone. I like the wet and I'm sure we'll be fine, but it's a shame because we're bloody quick in the dry. So yeah, just preparing for that. We've got all our tyres, strategies ready for if it's dry or wet. It's going to be a bit of a mental session. Round here you've effectively got 1 lap, maybe 2. So that first run we're going to go out the pits, 1 lap, and then that's it really. It's whether we use another set of fronts in that session to try and be a bit safer, but then we're taking tyres out from the end of quali session of Q3, so it's a bit of a balance. We're going to see where we're at, but yeah, I mean, so far so good with P4, P7. Like I say, scruffy lap, few issues being P7, which is a mega sign. So yeah, mega job by the team, and see what we got. Right, we're 20 minutes away from quali. I think it might be wet. Right, so we finished quali and that was massively disappointing. It was our best Saturday of the year and our worst qualifying of the year. Obviously it rained, went out initially very wet, aquaplaning all over. To start with, at the start of the session we were like P2, P3, P4, and then towards the end of the session just kept dropping, so I ended up in P8 in the end, and we are starting 15th tomorrow. Chris had a bit of a nightmare as well. He ended up P17, so as a team we're really disappointed with that. We thought we would have been up at the sharp end in the wet. Definitely would have done some different things in hindsight. That's our really first time at running in anger in the wet with a new set of tyres this year at all. Definitely would have done a few things different, but we'll be quick tomorrow. We're quick in the dry. Obviously disappointing today, but just one of them sessions. Just didn't quite go our way, but we've learned a lot. So that's it really. Chilled one tonight, and then get our heads down tomorrow because we've got some work to do. Right, so it's race day. Car is all ready to go. So yeah, obviously struggled in the wet yesterday. The car was too loose. We were very quick in the dry, so we're hoping for a very good day today, feeling confident. Round here the front's taken absolute hammering, so we've gone for a very loose setup in general, so more than likely going to be hanging on for dear life at the start of the race, and then it'll come to us. Hopefully it's not too loose at the start, but yeah, feeling confident. Chris is quick, I'm quick, and it's a wide circuit, so yeah, just get stuck in. Obviously 15th is not good. Yesterday it was our worst qualifying of the year, but I didn't feel too down because we know we're quick today, so we know we've got the pace to move forward. So yeah, let's crack on, and fingers crossed it's a good day. Right, so race one, I'll sit next to myself here. Race one was quite tough. We didn't really have the balance of the car that we thought we were gonna. Had a lot of oversteer through the fast corners, and then a lot of understeer through the slow corners. We made it up to we made it up to 13th, but the pace just wasn't there, so we made a couple of big changes for this race. Surprised us, to be honest. Thought we would have had more than that. There's a lot of carnage out there, so it's good to stay out of trouble. Still finished third in the independence people, but obviously not what we're looking for today. Start 13th in this one. Obviously really want to get up into the chance of the reverse grid, and if the car does what it hopefully should do, then yeah, we should have a good chance, have another good start, and then stay out of trouble and then go again. Right then, so another update. Race 2 was all right. We were still struggling with ultimate pace. Got through to P10, but really struggling. Well, not really struggling, we're all right. It's just we're not in the window. We're going to make some bigger changes in this last race. Me and Chris are giving the same sort of feedback in terms of we just don't feel like we're switching the tyre on. So we haven't got the ultimate pace today, but you know, points wise, if we can maximise the points like we are on our average days, like Chris won the independence, then I came second, we're extending the lead in the championship, I'm going up. So frustrating where we're not where we want to be, but it is what it is. You're going to have these weekends where it's not going to be perfect, and we just need to learn. So we're going to make some big changes for this last one. There's a little bit of a mistake going on in that second race, which definitely cost me time. That'll be put right for the last one, so give it a good go, starting in the top 10, and see if we can salvage a proper result in the third race. So just walking back to the car after race 3. We did a mega job with the car. We changed the setup massively. It helped. Got a great start on the first lap. Got into P8. Made a couple of other places up. I think I was in P7, leading the independents out the independence people, and then I had a 5-second time penalty for being over my grid box. So it's the second time this year, and it's screwed me because would have had a chance of an independence win then, a chance at least, and then you know, top 5 or top 6, which would have been a mega end to the day. So kicking myself massively about that. We need to sort that. We're gonna do some bits to see what's going wrong. I don't know what went wrong. I was on the tape like we planned, and anyway, pace was a lot better, so that's a positive. And I still ended at P10, but obviously after a tough day and making it so much better, obviously you want that reward of getting the results. So it wasn't like a complete disaster. So yeah, P10, still some good points, but yeah, we need to get that sorted, because when we do such a good job improving the car and getting everything right, the last thing you want to do is just give free spaces away like that. So yeah, anyway, long drive home now. Just gonna add this in before the final bit, because I just filled in the final bit, but I forgot to say, you'll understand in a second, bit of a frustrating weekend, but we are, Restart Racing is 3rd overall in the team's points, which is a mega achievement so far, and hopefully that keeps going. Me personally, I've closed up a little bit on the independent side, so good from the point side, and then go on to explain the rest. Right, good morning everyone, Monday morning. I hope you've enjoyed the vlog. Feel like it's been a little bit of a steady one, this one. Bit of a weird weekend really. We had high hopes for this weekend, especially after practice. Still kicking myself about the mistake in race 3. You know, watched the race back last night. Could have had a good opportunity of winning the independents and the top 5, I'd say, if I hadn't have had to sort of back off and all the rest of it. But, you know, it's my mistake, so I need to sort that out. We've got a bit of a plan of just making sure why it's going wrong, which I'll run through in 2 weeks at the next shakedown. We've got a bit of a planning process which we're going to do and run through. Chris unfortunately got thrown out because he was underweight, just by a few kilos, which obviously the team gutted about. I was gutted as well, because obviously I tried to help the situation with my penalty, but it is what it is. You know, teams make mistakes. Like Josh Cook got thrown out in race 2 because of ride height. The amount of people over the years being thrown out for stupid little things. Obviously the important thing is understanding why and making sure it doesn't happen again for Chris and obviously myself. So it happens, and yeah, move on to the next one. We were certainly missing a bit of a trick this weekend. We definitely got it a lot better for race 3. The pace was decent, but we still weren't quite there. Certainly not what we had at Stetterton. But Thruxton's quite a unique circuit in terms of what setup it requires. We learned a lot, but we're confident when we get to Alton, we'll be back on good form. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a like and a comment. If you want to see something in specific at the next round, put it in the comments. I'll try and make some notes and do a few bits different at Alton. But looking forward to that local round. Going to be really busy for me. Loads of sponsors there. So yeah, fingers crossed we have a good one, and see you next time.